Today we're talking about how to grow reishi mushrooms indoors from ready-to-fruit blocks. More specifically, we're going to cover what it takes to get that conch or fan shape to your reishi. Reishi is a beautiful and potent medicinal mushroom. The fruit body is woody, variously shaped and colorful, and takes weeks to develop. While reishi can be one of the easiest mushrooms to grow indoors, many people are only able to get them to grow in the antler form. This is a great way to grow them as they still have the same nutritional value as the round form reishi. Reishi are often dried and used for teas and tinctures, or pulverized to take as a natural supplement, and the shape in any of these cases is unimportant. However, we've found that with the ability for the mushroom to fan out, it often leads to higher yields. Getting reishi to fan out requires high humidity, regular light, and good airflow. When setting up your environment, we recommend a humidity level of 75% or more, temperatures from 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and light, either indirect sunlight or supplemental LED lighting, for a minimum of 10 hours a day. Avoid direct sunlight as this often leads to the block drying out. While mimicking a proper environment is of course important, you also need to open the bags in a specific way to slowly introduce more airflow. Here's what we do. Start by placing the blocks on a shelf in a warm area that is well lit. Pull the white filter patch forward to allow air to enter the bag through the patch. Within 2 weeks, you should start to see white bumps on the top surface of the block. These are the reishi pins. The filter patch bag typically maintains the proper humidity around the developing mushrooms. Oftentimes, condensation will naturally build up inside the bag, and no additional watering is necessary during the pinning and antler stage. If there is still no condensation after 1 week, move the blocks to a more humid area. Over the course of the first 1 to 4 weeks, the pins will elongate as they grow upward into the antler stage. These antlers contain all the medicinal benefits of a fully conked mushroom and can be harvested at this stage. If left to grow, the antlers will continue to grow upwards as tall as 10 inches or more until they are restricted by the bag. However, if you're trying to get the reishi cap to fan out, you should start introducing fresh air when the antlers reach the bottom of the filter patch. Once this happens, make a 1 to 2 inch slit above the filter patch. Once the antlers reach the initial slit, widen the slit all the way across the bag. You'll notice that throughout the growing process, that antlers will grow towards the light. We keep the bag intact as opposed to cutting the top of the bag clean off, as it helps localize humidity around the developing conchs. With the increased airflow, as long as the humidity stays above 75%, the reishi antlers should start to club out at the tips and then slowly become saucer-shaped. This entire process, from pinning to harvest, typically takes 4 to 6 weeks, depending on your environment. Reishi can be harvested at any growth stage by cutting them off at the base with a sharp pair of scissors, pruning shears, or a bread knife. Conked reishi mushrooms release a very high spore load. It will look like rust-colored dust coming from the top of the cap. Ideally, you should harvest mushrooms before this happens. Reishi blocks fruit abundantly once, but can be kept in the same growing environment for a small second harvest. Once you have exhausted the block, you may either compost it or use it as a building block for a biodegradable garden bed border.